Probably not. It's pretty cool. I mean, that's a goal I have for myself, is obviously just to get to that double digits when I got to the league. Blessed, man. It's exciting, but I know we got 4 more games to go. Obviously, we didn't get the dub. But yeah, I mean, I definitely, as far as just milestones that I definitely wanted to hit for myself in my career mentally, it was good.
So the inside spin move against Becton, which is that when you can attack quickly, especially against a bigger man like that, maybe not as quick as you think it's
Yeah. It was inside move. I ain't spin yet, but swim. Yeah, but it's definitely it was a good one, man. He's a bigger guy, as we all know. Very, very powerful kid. I mean, like I said, I played him when I was at the Ville a couple years, but wanted to just get his feet moving a little bit, and I think that's one of the moves I've been accustomed to doing for years in the past, and just wanted to bring it out. Honestly, I just felt natural, so glad it worked. Got the sack. Thankfully, they didn't give me a penalty on it, but the ref said I ended up hitting him in the buttocks area first with my helmet and then sliding down, so that's why I didn't get a fine. So thank you, message to the NFL. Yeah. Yeah. It was like literally barely on, and I'm like, look, I'm just glad I didn't throw the flag or I ain't getting no fine. So yeah, we were in the clear on that one.
Jonathan was saying when you were at the Ville.
I'm sorry.
He was saying when you were at the Ville that you were a freshman, he was a senior.
Yeah, that was my junior senior year. He was a freshman. Okay. Yeah.
That growth since then, you said your maturity, your preparation. You have some natural ability, but can you talk about the preparation and the maturity from that point to then, and how you grow?
Yeah, for sure. As we all know, playing D-line, being a player in the NFL period, it's like an innovative league. You got to continuously just grow your game and understand like how people are going to attack you and understand how you need to counter from those things. So I understood the things that I need to work on and things that I weren't really good at against certain opponents or different sets, whatever the case may be. And those playing against guys like Makai and these other ones, like even Jaron Christian at the time too. Just going against different guys, different sets, it just kind of just helps you out. I mean, we see a plethora of different type of players and different type of styles of play. It definitely helped out, and I think that just continue to watch film and just continue to develop, and naturally, just the experience will come with those type of plays.
How much has you being healthy this year, the whole season, and as far made a difference in your season?
100% is the main reason. I mean, I think that's been the tale of my career, sadly, so far. Just little small injuries here and there that led to something more, and I wasn't able to showcase my talents or this and that for the team. I mean, my honest opinion never was about me being on the field, being healthy. I just want to be available for my team. I mean, I think that's just beneficial, period. Of course, everybody wants to stay on the field, but when you understand like what we have here, what we're building here, the players that we have, the Stings, Nelsons, DP, C. Harris, Will, all of these things, and CJ, just how they built it around. I just want to be a part of that, and I think just in the years past I wasn't able to, just because of just me trying to get a feel for what it is to be like a pro in the defensive end in this league, week in and week out. So I just took pride in the offseason just to make sure that I did the small things so that way I can be available for my team whenever the situation may come.
When you get to 10 sacks, it's been a milestone where only the really elite rushers get to that number typically year to year. What do you think it says about you, where you are as a player, and whether you're here, whether you're somewhere else, kind of what people will think about you, people make those decisions come first?
Yeah, ultimately, I can't control like what people are going to think regardless. I just know I can control what I put on tape. I know I can put this stuff on tape, and I know we can definitely do things. And just as much as I had those sacks, whatever, I said plays that were like I lost containment a couple of times, or I missed a sack, and it still hurt us. So I could still clean up on my technique. So there is no negative thing about me at all, So no one is perfect, but at the same time, I try to pride myself on being perfectionist in whatever I do. So I just try to make sure that I take care of my body, and I just make sure I maximize and seize opportunities whenever I get them, because it's not many, but when I do get them, I'm just got to make the play. So I'm glad I did get to that milestone, but like I said, I'm not done yet. I mean, we still got four games left, and not just myself being done yet. This whole team's not done yet. So we're going to go back to the drawing board. We're going to watch the film today, and definitely go in and try to clean up not just my technique, but everybody's technique and assignment, just so that way we can be fresh and ready to go come to the Tennessee game.
Jonathan, difference in the second half.
Just one more time, sorry.
Second half yesterday, you guys were able to get out the field in the first half.
Right.
Did they do anything different? What's different in the second half?
We just got. I mean, I think it's just overall execution, and that obviously they had a couple plays that just sputtered out on us. Got bigger plays than what they should have been. And ultimately, it just boils down to it's just a hats off to them. I mean, we had a very good game plan going into it. They executed on certain things that we didn't. I mean, I missed a couple opportunities that turned into big opportunities for them. If you give a team like that, and like I said most of the times, like their record is not indicative of like who they are. I mean, we're in the NFL once again, and when you're playing a team like us that's coming into your house, they understand what's at stake for us, and they understand that that's their home field. So they got to defend and do whatever they can to make sure that they get a dub and don't let these things happen at their house. So second half, they just kind of got a momentum, a couple little small plays that kind of led into bigger plays for them, and the momentum started going for them. And I just think they took it and ran with it. We did our best to continue to just try to put the fire out whenever times came. But like I said, they just made more plays.
Jonathan, last week you talked about not playing for sacks and playing for the defense.
Right.
That process for players. When did that hit you? When did you realize that? And do you feel like that's kind of opened your eyes?
Right. This year for sure. 2021, I was kind of like that a little bit, but I was still trying to feel my way out. But I still ultimately knew like the main thing as a defensive end is to get sacks in the league, and that's like all you should worry about. But I had that same mindset last year, and I think I was playing for the wrong reasons, and that honestly in my eyes kind of led to my injuries. It's just you're playing for the wrong things, and you're out there, it's a collective effort, and you shouldn't have to do every single thing. But this year I just kind of let the plays come to me and just do my job. And when it's time for you to go make a play when the team needs you to do, you'll know it and you'll feel it. And I think that's the main thing I've just done is let the game come to me, and I just take care of the opportunities whenever I get them. So I'm going to continue to do that. I still got a lot of stuff I can clean up to get more, and I think I still have a lot more in me for this team, and I think that's just how I operate week to week. I mean, like you just mentioned that I said before that I don't play for sacks. I don't play for the stats. I'm really just trying to get a dub, and whatever happens in the midst of that. I'll just take it as a bonus after the game.
Does the quality of the team you're on this year as opposed to each of the first 3 years play into that?
Yeah, no. I mean, ultimately, because it's been done before. I mean, I've like I was just mentioned the other day. I mean, they said I had like 8 sacks in 12 games in 21, and I was at that same mark this year. And we had a losing record at that time, and we got a winning record now. So I mean, it can kind of go into the things. I guess you could say the timing of the plays or the sacks could factor in on those things. But I mean, I only can control whenever I'm out there on the field, and I get those opportunities. I just maximize on them. So yeah, no, but hey, man, I play ball. I play D-line.
You have also some good feelings about. We're talking about you got 10 sacks.
Sure.
Let's go Utah.
Sure.
You've been excellent against the run.
Sure.
All year.
Right.
It doesn't always go hand in hand. You take some pride in it.
100%. I mean, the run game is about a want-to thing, offense and defensive thing. That's the first thing I learned how to do and I was a linebacker and like growing up, middle linebacker all the time. So I always just wanted to go hunt for the football. But now once I made that transition to D-line a little bit with my junior year of high school, first thing we had to do was stop the run. I mean, I couldn't stop the run to save my life because I was such smaller than everybody. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to take pride in getting in the weight room and try to get a little stronger so these guys can't push me around. And I still take pride in that. I mean, you look at me still, people think that, I mean, just because I lost the weight, whatever case, and I look smaller than the freaks of nature that you got out here these days, they think they can just run the ball and do whatever they want. But, I mean, obviously it's a different story whenever you come out there. But in the same token, I mean, it's still hats off to them, to the guys that I play against. Much respect to them, but they just know it's not sweet over here, for sure.
Automatic chip on your shoulder, just your size.
Automatic. Every time. Like I said, I always been undersized a little bit. I always said, like, oh, you play D-line? Like, I still get it to this day. Like, people don't know, like, you play D-end? Like, yeah, okay, cool. I mean, at the same time, you line it up, you'll see what's up. So I like myself against anybody. I just, at this point, it's just one of those things. I feel like I'm in a good groove, and I think overall it's going to translate eventually, and I think that we're going to bounce back this week for sure.
We'll close with Ken.
Do you share that kind of mindset with a guy, a young player like a Will?
100%.
People outside make it. He should have a lot of
Right. All the time. I mean, no matter where you get drafted at, first round, first pick overall, third round. I was a third rounder. Ultimately, like, none of that matters anymore when you get to this league. I mean, if anything, that puts more of a chip on your shoulder and more of a target on your back to the other people whenever they're trying to go against you. So you have to have that mindset. As soon as you get complacent in this league, especially as a D lineman, somebody's hunting for you, man. And I think that's the main thing where I love that. I love the chase. I love the thrill for somebody to say, okay, well, I can go stop this guy this week. He ain't going to do that to me this week. Well, let's line it up and see. Like, that's just like my mindset about it. I'm always a laughing, giggly, friendly guy, but as we know, I mean, that switch changed on the field, but at the same time, it's just like, I think that's the MO period that we're trying to get here. It's like, yeah, you've probably seen a different thing in the past about different players, whatever the case may be, the reputation we've had. But let's line it up now, and I think that's the main thing that we all trying to get that. We just trying to get that bad taste out of our mouth, and that's why we love opportunities like this week, because we get to change